Hi. Sorry, I clicked record right when I was drinking my coffee. Hello, fellow translators. Hi. So I got caught off guard right there. And but today I wanted to talk to you about, well, that really threw me for a loop. Should I? No, I won't start over. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk to you about why you want bad clients and why bad clients can be good for you and why you might not want to drop your bad clients. And this is something that might sound a bit counterintuitive, but actually it's worked quite well for me. And the reason for this is, well, you'll see. And I think it works best with some examples, with one example in particular. So I had this client who I really didn't like much, but was earning me quite a bit of money. And, you go through the 80-20 analysis and all that stuff. But this client was earning me a big portion of my money, but it was a really difficult client and kept wanting to get discounts here and this, that, there, and blah, blah, blah. And it was really annoying. And so I kind of just wanted to drop that client. I'm like, I don't care if I make a lot less. I really don't want to deal with this client, don't want to deal with this client, don't want to deal with this client. And at a certain point, after talking to my wife and everything, I was like, I think I will use this as motivation because I really don't want to deal with this client anymore, but I kind of feel like I need to earn getting a better client. And so that's what I did. I basically used this client, and every time they bombarded me with their stupid crap as motivation to be like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I have to find a way out. I have to stop it. And finding and keeping that client actually really helped me in my search for finding new clients and finding better clients. And it was so satisfying to be able to tell that client, well, I didn't drop that client. What I told that client, I was like, from now on, I'm charging late charges. I'm charging rush charges. I'm charging, for any extra work, weekend work, blah, 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 all these extra charges. I'm charging extra for this and that and stuff because they wanted all these discounts. And I'm like, and no more discounts. And that's it. And, because I was like, look, if you can do it according to my rules, I'm happy working with you, but, not according to all your weird crap. And, that's much better. And by the way, they still worked with me. I mean, and that's the beauty of it. And but it was a lot more on my terms, and I felt a lot more comfortable with this. So I feel like it was a lot better than, because what I wanted to at the beginning, I was so mad, I just wanted to drop them all together, being like, sorry, I'm not available for translations, or every time they contact me, just say, no, I'm not available, not available, not available, until they get the message. And that's what a lot of translators do. And yeah, it was only after talking to my wife, she's like, look, that's not really professional, and let's see, blah, blah, blah. And it kind of realized that, oh, okay, let me use this as motivation. And I kind of bring it up because I have talked to other translators, other freelancers, and entrepreneurs and stuff like that who've been in the same situation. And I know, so I have this other guy. I mean, he's a friend of a friend, I guess. Anyway, but he works for himself, and he was contacted by a client who kind of was basically changing stuff and obviously didn't care too much about him. And so he got really mad, and so he wrote them back. He's like, you know what? I'm not available for this job. Here, I recommend someone else, and recommended a friend of his. And, that can be really bad because then they'll never get back in touch with you, obviously. And that could have been money in your pocket. And obviously, if it's a client you don't want to work with, then you can be like, well, I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want that money in your pocket. But the idea that rather than dropping whoever you want, you actually earn the power to drop that person makes a lot more sense and is so much more satisfying. So the idea that I could actually find other clients that earn me just as much as that pain in the you-know-what client, that means that I earned the right to tell that client, okay, I'm dropping you, or you work according to my specifications. And that is so much more satisfying than just ignoring the client and not dealing with them, or telling them go find someone else, which basically you're sending the client over to your competitors. And so I actually now I'm a fervent believer that if you have a pain in the behind client, PITA client as they're called, a PITA client, then you should use that client as motivation to get better and use it to your advantage. And any client you have that sucks, that you really don't want to deal with and all that, every time you do deal with them, that should be your motivation. I'll be like, I'm not going to do this anymore. This is the last month that I'm dealing with this. I'm going to find another solution. I'm going to find new clients. I'm going to find a way to deal with it. And I think it is a really big boost, because the alternative very often is that you just drop that client, but then you're stuck there twiddling your thumbs without any work, but you're not necessarily too motivated to find new work because you're not that mad. But if you're still dealing with a client, you're still really mad about it. And at least for me, that really works well in terms of motivation for finding new clients. And so, yeah, so if you have a bad client, don't drop them right away, but use that client. Use that client as motivation. Take advantage of the fact that that client sucks as motivation to find better clients. And that way you can get something more out of it, I feel, from that bad client. So yeah, that's basically it. That's my motivational speech for you guys. Keep your bad clients, work with your bad clients. And no, but yeah, I do think it's useful. And so feel free to let me know if this has worked for you or not worked for you. And I'd be curious to hear. But I do think it's a great motivator, at least for someone who gets really frustrated with situations like that. And kind of uses it, at least for me, I use it as the kick in the behind that I need to find better clients. And so yeah, let me know if that works for you. I'd like to hear about your experiences and what's happened with you. And otherwise, I will talk to you in the next video. Okay, thanks. Bye. Savedum.